So, Alan, let's learn the new words of today's lesson. First word we're going to look at today is this one, which is calm. Calm. These two are calms. All right, next word. Statue. Statue. You can see here is the statue of a person. Next one is steps. Steps. Here are the steps. You can see we have steps in different places in the inside of different buildings. For example, there are steps in our houses or in some big places like shopping malls. Next word is carving. Carving. Carvings are these beautiful patterns made by people. Next word is this one is jewelry. Jewelry. Jewelry are these expensive things. These are probably jewelry from the past, from historical period, but we still have different kind of modern jewelries as well, right? Next word is pot. Pot. This is the pot. Block. Block. Blocks are these things that we use to build a wall. And the last word is archaeologist. Archaeologist. Archaeologist is this person. Archaeologist is someone who studies the buildings or the tools or different things of the people that was used in the past. Alright, so let's first alright, we're gonna do it in the next page, okay? Let's move on. This is the activity based on today's new words. Before you start doing this, let's take a look at the new words one more time and read them one by one. Say calm, calm, statue, statue, steps, steps, block, block, pot, pot, carving, carving, jewelry, jewelry, archaeologist, archaeologist. Well done. Now let's move on to the activity. So here we have the definitions of our today's words, and your job is to put the correct word to the correct place. First one has already been done for you, which is calm. So let's read the definition of the word here. It's a noun, a tall, round thing made of stone that holds up a roof. So these are columns, two columns, right? Okay. Let's do the second activity. First, I'll give you some time to read the definition. Can you read this, please? Okay, it's a noun, a large piece of stone used for building. What do you think it is? Which word is that? Very good. So it is block, right? We use blocks to build different houses or buildings or even walls. Next, number 3. Let's check the definition first. It's a noun, blocks of stone that get higher and higher that you walk up or walk down. It's a block of stones. When you walk, you can go up and you can also go down. Very good. So it is steps, right? Steps are here. And next is number 4, a person who learns about the past from all things they dig up from the ground. So as you can see, it's a person. We have only one person in the picture. As I told you, is a person who learns about the past from all things, and they dig the ground to find things. So it is archaeologist. Very good. Wonderful. Next is number 5. It is a noun. The shape of a person or animal made from stone or wood. The shape of a person. Very good. It is a statue. Wonderful. So, as you can see in the definition, we have the statues of animals as well, right, in different places. Next is number 6, the last one. It is a noun, a shape, picture, or pattern made in stone or wood with a knife. So, people normally use sharp things to make these patterns. Very good. So we have the word here, which is carving. So you can see these carvings here, different patterns, right? Wonderful. Let's move on. Next we have one explanation part. Let's take a look at here. We will learn to work with words. Let's read this rule here. We add full to some nouns to make adjectives. So as you know from our previous lessons, there are different parts of speech in English. We have nouns, adjectives, verbs, and numbers, and pronouns, right? So as you know, these are nouns. For example, wonder, cheer, help are nouns. So if we want to make adjectives out of a noun, we can add these prefix, which is fu. We put it at the end of a word and it becomes adjective. For example, wonderful is an adjective, right? As you know, wonderful, the adjectives normally come before the noun, so we can say wonderful place or wonderful match. Next is a cheerful. So if we add full to the word cheer, it becomes an adjective. Cheerful, helpful, careful, playful. Do you understand? Great. And here is exclusion. Let's read it as well. When a noun ends in a consonant plus y, remove the y and add ifu. So for example, you can see the word beauty ends with y, but before beauty we have the consonant letter here, which is t. So in this case we will remove t when we want to we will remove y when we want to make an adjective and add iful, beautiful. Because in these words normally it doesn't let's take a look at this one. It's almost the same. For example, the word playful. Play, the word play also ends with y, but there is a vowel letter before y. But here, before y, there is a consonant letter. So this is the difference. Do you understand? Great. Okay, now let's move on to activity number 4. So let's do it like this. I'll give you some time to finish all these and then we will check it together. The first one has already been done for you. Let's check it. Would you like some help? So here we used the word help, which is a noun, because after some we can use nouns only. Okay? All right. So I'll give you some time to finish the rest of the activity. All right, Alan, if you're done, let's check. Number 2, can you read it, please? There is water on the floor. Be careful. Very good. So we say careful because it is used before the verb to be, right? Be. So normally after the verb to be, we use adjectives. Number 3. Work and play are both important for school children. Work is a noun, that's why we use noun after this as well. 2 nouns are used together at a time. The last one. Look at the colors in the painting. They are beautiful. So this is also a to be verb. That's why we are using adjective, right? We're saying beautiful. Just a second, let me finish the whole word for you. You already know how to write it, but so it's beautiful. Very good. Let's move on. Next, we have this listening activity. In this listening activity, you will listen facts about these 3 different places. These are actually the wonders of the world, one of 3 of the 7 wonders of the world. So you're gonna hear about each place one by one, and your job is to fill in these spaces in this information. But before you start listening, I'll give you some tips, some help, how to make the listening task easier for yourself. While you're listening, you have to look at these main words in the text. For example, the first one gives us information about name, which is Parthenon, and the place, Athens in Greece. So, which means place, there is normally the name of a place, which means you have to wait you have to look for the name of a place while you're listening. Next is the age. Age, when it comes to the age, we normally hear for the numbers, right? Next is the description, and in the description part we will hear different adjectives and nouns. So, and while you're listening, so we have the task, first task here, it's number 2, and while you're listening, you have to be very attentive to the word huge. Huge. So the word that you need to find or you need to put for this space comes after the word huge. And as you know, huge is an adjective. You can guess, you can predict that the word that is going to be used here will be a noun, because we normally use nouns after adjectives. For example, huge building or huge animal, right? Great. Next is the second picture, which is about Stonehenge. And here let's take a look right at the task that you need to find. So here we have number 3, and you can see this will be the information about the place where Stonehenge is located. So you can see it is Salisbury, but there is also the name of a place here, so you need to wait to listen for the name of a place. Next task number 4 is almost the same as the previous one. It's there is the word huge, and it's obvious that you can predict to listen to the noun, to hear for a noun here. Next is the another information about one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is Great Wall. And here you will write about a place, the name of a place. And the next is number 6. Here you can see we have the word very, and very is an adverb, and after very we normally use adjectives. Very good. So you can predict that you will going to put adjective here, and while you're listening you will be careful to find the adjective, the proper adjective there. Okay, all right, now let's listen one by one and write the word here in these spaces. First we'll listen the information about this place, which is Parthenon. Let's begin.
Listening 93. Listen. What are they talking about?
The Parthenon is in Athens, Greece. It's more than 2,000 years old. It's on the top of a hill in the centre of the city. It's a long walk up to the top of the hill, but when you get there, you can see the huge columns and the beautiful statues.
Great. So as you were able to hear, I think you heard the word that they said, huge columns. Column is the word we already learned today. Okay? Alright, so this is how the activity goes, Alan. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.